Hello, my lovies. This should be interesting. This should be very interesting. We will hear what they got to say. We hear what the men got to say. So now we're going to hear what the women got to say. Let's start this party right now. Let's go.
What it is. She really do know what it is. And so that's what we about to drill on that because Becky over here telling the truth. And black men don't like it, but I've been saying, look, the black male reckoning is here basically.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love to see this happening. It's just watching all the pieces fall into play. It's so gratifying.
Yeah, and it's long overdue.
Mm-hmm.
It is long overdue, but you know what, Nyla? I was looking at your video yesterday, and if any of y'all haven't caught it, go watch Nyla's playback from yesterday. So I was listening to it, and you was going over all these videos of apologies that black women were given to black men, and these, declaration of loves. And I thought it would be interesting to see if there's any.
Why aren't you the landlord? Yes, you. Why aren't you the landlord? Every day you go to and from work and you look up and you see apartment buildings, self-storage facilities, office buildings, shopping centers. And I bet at times what's going through your mind is, what would it be like if I owned that commercial property? What would the cash flow be? How could it speed up my retirement? Or perhaps you're wondering, I wish I could understand how to buy that commercial property. You know the one where you work in and you see the landlord every day and he's just an average person. How did he do that? How can I be like him? Well, what's stopping you? Well, if what's stopping you is you need a place to begin, I have a solution. It's right here in my new book, Commercial Real Estate for Beginners. Go ahead and click on the link and download your copy. It's free. The link will appear right now on the screen. You don't have to be a gazillionaire or have perfect credit to become a commercial landlord. All you need is specialized and specific knowledge that's contained right here in this book. I wrote this book for beginners, and in it, you're going to learn things that's going to convince you that you can be a commercial landlord. Here are 3 really important keys you're going to learn in this book. Number 1 is how to achieve mastery of property evaluation. So in this section of the book, you're going to learn how to calculate cash flow and your return on investment. Okay.
To black women.
Yeah, I love Storm.
I figured you did, and because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, let me do the "Can we find black men apologizing to black women" challenge. Can we do that? So let me look for the black man's apology to black women. And I know you already looked. And no, guess what comes up? The 2 videos that come up is Royal Oak Police apologized to black man stopped after white woman claimed he was staring at her. And then white woman apologizes for calling the cops on black men. But no, there's a Jesse Smollett apology to the black community. But there's I'm looking and I'm going to keep looking. I don't see it.
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm sure some maker is somewhere in the house with his woman apologizing for something individually, but no, I don't see this black woman. I'm sorry that we didn't fight enough or hard enough to get us off of the plantation. I don't see anything like that, because these women were apologizing for stuff that happened on the plantation.
Look at this. Are black men prepared for a sincere apology from black women?
See, that's Dr. T. I'm going to drill him. I'm going to drill any man in support of this, seriously.
But see, here's the thing. You only apologize when you're sorry. They ain't sorry.
No, they're not. Sorry, y'all. I got all these tabs open, and it really gives me anxiety to have this many tabs open on my computer, but I need most of them.
Mm-hmm.
But even looking at it is giving me a bunch of anxiety because, like, why do I have like 50 tabs open? But you're right. Black men aren't sorry. They're not sorry for selling you into slavery before they went in it. They're not sorry for having you wait on free bleeding, human lice, don't take a bath, women of no color, when they were in power in Spain and Portugal, and making you wait on women of no color. They don't feel sorry for that. They're not sorry for standing around with their mouths and pussy holes open while you are on the plantation going through it. They're not sorry for anything.
Mm-hmm. No, they're not.
Let me run this by y'all real quick. So in my comment section of the last reading I did, somebody left a very interesting comment, and I really want to do a reading on it. Basically, what she said is okay, remember the reading I did where I said that the black men made a contract with the devil?
Yeah.
Homegirl said that the contract that black men made with the devil was strength, to become stronger than us, so that they could overpower us and dethrone us. And girl, when I tell you I want to look into that so bad.
Yeah, I've heard something
look into that. I do want you to look into that, but you know what else I want you to look into?
What?
How black men would act if they roll back anti-miscegenation laws.
Oh yeah, we definitely finna get into that. No doubt about it. That's coming up.
My first question is going to be, what will black men fight for? Fight and risk their life for? What matters so much to black men that they will die to obtain it? And I guarantee it ain't you, black women. It's not you. It's just
I guarantee you that answer gonna give me a damn headache. I bet you that.
I guarantee you it's a pair of sneakers that they stand in line for 6 days at Foot Locker.
It's either going to be nothing or white women. It's either going to be nothing or white women.
Mm-hmm.
Or PlayStations. Don't forget PlayStation.
And some Jordans and a pair of Jordans. We just know it's not going to be black women. And listen, can I get into this video? I want to show y'all something that somebody sent me. And this is how the world knows. The world knows. Okay, I'm about to show y'all this. Give me a second. So I don't know what made Yahoo Life feature this, but this is an article from Yahoo Life, because y'all know basically the LA Times just came out and quoted the police and said that Tory Lanez basically was told Megan Thee Stallion dance bitch before he shot her. Now, we already know both black men and black women are running amok on this topic, talking about she lying. Look at the title of this. Now, nobody would have any reason to think that black men do care about black women. But the fact that, first of all, you can tell a black man probably, or Shannon Dawson, this could be a black man, it could be a black woman. This is a gender neutral name.
Yeah.
But is it just the defenders of Tory Lanez that got people thinking this? Or is it the fact that black men don't do anything except advertise their hatred for black women?
Yeah, it's literally that. It's part of the culture. Disrespecting black women is part of the culture. Abandoning them, demeaning, dehumanizing, that's literally a part of the culture. So, I mean, it would only be fitting that a major publication would have a headline like this.
And black men are on Twitter comparing Tory Lanez to Emmett Till.
No, they're not, Cynthia.
Oh, okay, let me show you. Well, let's do this. Let's just show and tell.
Yeah, she lied. Yeah, Nyla, she lied.
She lied. I do not need a look. I already told Taz he was divesting. Okay. I don't need look, I'm seriously, like, I am struggling with liking a lot of, like, I just get angry when I see them now.
Listen, the first comment on this post is, how is this logical? This is literally he say, she say, we weren't there, reminds me of some Emmett Till shit. Now listen, the bottom line of it is we don't need to be there. There are officers who went and investigated and took statements, and this is like this dude is referring to this man. So who would be the white woman that falsely accused him? Megan Thee Stallion? So she's now Carolyn Bryant?
Yeah, that's like when I was editing content on this morning, and I'm just so upset with this whole thing, because now I'm also thinking about, because the way that the space, kind of handles stuff like this, just thinking about there were multiple men and women having an issue with believing Megan. And it's like, at this point, when these men have showed their collective hand, how dare you?
Well, here's the thing too, though. They weren't there for slavery, but they always bringing that up.
Right.
They weren't. They sure weren't. They weren't there for slavery or Jim Crow, but they always bring it up. And look, I don't know if this is a black male worshiping black woman or a black man who's pretending to be a black male worshiping black woman, but look at this dialogue. This woman says, black men have never protected or cared about black women, and it's time for black women to return that energy. Now, we know this is facts. There's no time in history that anybody can quote where black men as the collective have ever cared about or literally protected black women that don't exist. This person comes on here and say, this is untrue, and you have to know that black women have been doing this, my love. You have to know this. Now, I feel like this is a trash bag bandit, but she comes on here and says black women have been doing what? Tell me why this says not protecting black men, people, not caring about black men and children and black women. Since when did it become black women's responsibility and not black men's to protect black people?
I'm telling you, they feminine. They're women.
No, but see, like, the thing is, women are taking on this and thinking that this is okay. I don't know if you saw some of those apology videos, but the women were literally saying, I'll give my last meal to you. I'll fight and defend you. I'll go to war for you and all this kind of stuff. Like, it really is a role reversal. Just think about it. Like, we're known for, when people talk about us, our good attributes, they think about our qualities, be it education, strength, which black women are dehumanized for. And what are black men known for? They're not known for anything like
being bucks, sucking dick, and pussy popping.
Right.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Right. I'm sick. I'm so sick, girl.
Like, this is, what I think? I think black women don't know what black men's role actually is as a man. Meaning they don't know what it is that black men were supposed to do. They don't know that, or they act like they don't know. Maybe they do know, and maybe they just don't care because they know black men ain't gonna do it one way or another. So maybe they pretend that black men don't have any responsibilities as men. But everything that you think black women's job is, that's black men's job, actually. Mm-hmm. Protect, provide, fight, build. These are not things that black women are supposed to be doing. Nature did not create black women or any woman with the physical stature, muscle mass, or strength that would require them to do any of the things that you're thinking that we're supposed to be doing. Now, I know we've been living in a community with the role reversal because black men are conquered, submissive, docile bucks. They've been neutered, but whatever you've been taught is a lie. Black men are not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
No.
Yeah.
And whatever black women's responses to their environments are, whatever the response is, it's your job to respond in a way that furthers you, that protects you, that defends you, that puts you in a position to strive. So it doesn't matter what black women are doing, right? It's a response to it's whatever position black men have them in, they're fighting their way out of it. So I don't think black men, black women, or anybody has a right to judge that. And that's the thing I'm sick of too. I'm sick of people deciding for black women what their reality should be based on the position that black men have left them in.
Yeah.
And I can't remember how many times some black woman told me that I was strong and that I could survive and I could do it and go to school and get me a good job and like all the stuff they should be telling black men. I remember so many black women telling me that.
Do y'all know that I think I had a black male apology video in my black male worshiping days here on YouTube. Now, it was nothing like what Nyla showed, but I actually vaguely remember a black male apology video that I made when I was a black male worshiper. And nobody will ever see that video unless they downloaded it back in the day, because you will never see an apology from me.
Yeah. You know, Cynthia, I actually, when that original apology came out, the one that Dr. Venus plagiarized, I was actually active on Facebook in groups and in messenger chats with the author of that. And even though I would say that I was still in the phase of Black male worshiping, but like when I think about it, I think that my issue was I was limited in what my experiences were with Black men as a collective. So I think that I was, you know, leaning towards what I understood them to be or whatever, what my own experiences were. So even then, I did not understand that apology. Me and this girl, literally, I'm sure if I can get into my old account, I used to go in on that girl.
Hold on to the chat box. I literally just said my video was nothing like the ones that Nyla showed you. It was nothing like that, because that ain't in me. It's not in me to apologize to Black men for being conquer bucks. That's really not in me. Now, I don't remember exactly what I said in there. I think I titled the video that it was an apology to Black men. But look, my video was nothing like, oh, Black men, I apologize to you because white supremacy trained me and all this. And no, that wasn't my video. It just wasn't. But just understand that y'all will, that being said, y'all will never see that video. I don't even think I have that video anymore. I'm sure I deleted that video off the channel and I don't know where it is, but no one, listen, not me. I sure didn't sit up in there and apologize to Black men for being conquered, submissive, weak, non-fighting, bussy popping, dick sucking bucks. I sure didn't.
But Sin, I'm so glad that you said that, because like Black women are not allowed to even say what you said now. You know what I mean? Like the fact that you were able to see, look, I'm not apologizing for shit, whatever degrees of apology that you had, and then evolve into having an understanding, that's growth, right? And that needs to be celebrated more and talked about more, because people are literally trying to weaponize an understanding that you may have had in your early 20s or 30. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to know something though. Like, what the hell is all of these Black women feeling like they need to be apologizing about? Like, what is the apology for?
I don't know. I think they
told them, because Black men told them they were foul and spread all these lies, and now Black women think they got something to be.
Oops, I'm on mute. I cannot say that enough. What are we apologizing for? We don't know you from a can of paint. And they want us to write them letters, tell them that we're sorry, we'll be submissive, we'll be such a good little girl. You could pat us on the head like we a pet. Arf, 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 arf. Be little puppy dogs. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here.
And up there apologizing for, and they don't.
I'm blocking Delisa Desaney talking about Burger Kings. I can't. I'm blocking her. I can't.
Right.
I can't. Why? Serious. But listen, no, I really never done that, and I never would. But I'm gonna try to see if I can find that video and see what it was about. I might throw it up on Patreon for the patrons, so y'all can see. Like I was driving this morning, and I was thinking I was really a Black male worshiper, not even realizing it. Like that's how potent Black male worship is. I didn't even know I was a Black male worshiper.
Okay,
well, I'm going I'm gonna
Okay,
pray
go
that
ahead.
the Orishas destroyed that video and burned it in whatever hell it is. 'Cause,
I don't. It might have already been because I don't know where. I know it was on my other channel. They got look YouTube done tore that channel up. Like they don't. YouTube hates that channel. Like they have no love for my old channel. So now I'm over here, but it is what it is. But it was on my other channel and it was from like years ago. I think it might have been like 2017. It might have been 2017 or like early 2018. I don't know. I'm thinking it was more like 2017, but I really don't know. But it did. I titled the video, so I must have said something in there apologetic because I had titled the video "My Apology to Black Men." And this is very embarrassing. This is why I'm not on camera because I decided I was going to tell y'all this today, and it's too embarrassing. It is too embarrassing for me to be on camera. So
I have one video, only one, because I still stand by a lot of my problem was a defense of what my understanding was of how I've been treated and raised, right? So I don't think it was that bad because I've been going in on these dudes since I've been in the space. However, there is one video. I might find it and clip it. It's a panel where somebody got up there and said, all Black men, every Black man in America, all Black men. And girl, when I tell you, I went smooth off. I was like, don't you, I think I probably got in the mammy voice. Don't you ever try to say that all Black men, girl, I went smooth off on her. And it was like, when I get in my feelings, like like I was off. I was going off on her. And them Dusties was making it rain, honey. And I had no idea that I was validating dust.
There's only two scenarios where I will apologize to a Black man because I'll still do it, but only if I'm doing a reading for them and something traumatic comes out in the reading. I'll be like, oh my God, I sympathize. I'm sorry you went through that. And I've apologized to my sons. And the only reason I apologize to them is because I told them if I would have known that shit was going to be the way it is now, I wouldn't have brought them here. And that's it. I don't apologize to Black men. I ain't got time for it. I'm sorry.
But you know what? I'm unapologetic of my journey and all that I've gone through. And so for me,
I love it when my contact rolls back in my eye. It's like a gross game of hide and seek.
With 20% off LASIK, there's never been a better time than right now to free yourself from the annoyance of contacts and glasses. Right now, when you mention this ad, you could save 20% off LASIK with the Wavelight Laser. So schedule your free LASIK consultation today.
Hey guys, welcome to Forward. We're a new type of doctor's office that's providing preventative primary care. We've got world-class doctors supported by the most advanced medical technology. Now, one of the really cool things about Forward is you can schedule same-day visits, there's no wait times, and we don't charge copays. So after your self-service check-in, then you're gonna head back to our biometric body scanner. Now, the body scanner's purpose is to track trends, monitor progress, but also identify health risks earlier. Here, check it out. So this is it, and I'm super excited to show it to you guys today. All I'm going to do is just step onto the scanner like so. Next, I'm going to tap into our demo account. I'm going to choose my sex. And what it's first doing is it's creating and building a thermal.
Being a reformed Black male worshiper is probably the only way I would be able to be up here and go so hard against Black male worship. Because I know how it is because I was practicing it. And I was practicing it without knowledge of practicing it. And that's why I tell Black women, this is where the problem is. And the problem is not your fault because you were conditioned to be this way. But at the end of the day, once you know that you were conditioned, and if you are open to receiving the truth, and that's the thing, a lot of Black women are not open to seeing the truth about Black men. They close their eyes or they close their ears to it. And I was never one that wouldn't accept the truth about Black men. So I think that because there was that opening there, then I was able to listen to, you know, the spiritual knowledge coming in to know that this is toxic Black male worship and it has no productive part in our society. But let me read these super chats really quickly and then I'm gonna play this video. So thank you, Nurse Lady Jean. Osandi Wendy said, forgive yourself, sis. You are making up for it, and we love you so much and appreciate your content and advocacy. Thank you so much. Look, it's all part of the journey. Even though I look at it and I'll be like, damn, I was really in Black male worship. And the thing of it is, one of the reasons why I say, look, Black women, there's no reason to practice Black male worship. They're not going to recognize it anyway, because I spent probably the first 2 years, or probably 1.5 years, because by that time Black men had done so much to where I was like, yeah, these are bandits. But I spent that amount of time defending Black men and getting into it with Black women who would tell the truth about Black men. So yeah, it was definitely Black male worship. Daughter of Oshun Yamaya said, meanwhile, Megan is out here graduating from an HBCU, and Tori, the baby, and Travis Scotts are all getting their asses handed to them. Black women are winning, and we love to see it, ladies. Thank you so much, daughter of Oshun. So R. Logan said 100K, congrats. Yeah, I'll be happy mostly for the YouTube rep, so I don't got to deal with a lot of the BS that we deal with.
Right.
Y'all don't know about. Like literally, because it'd be a lot. Mind Yours said, we are about to celebrate your 100K. Celebrate, send $1, ladies. Thank you. Selena Jones, thank you so much. I think this is the last one that I already read. Okay, so let me show y'all this, because I already got this pulled up on my tablet so I can see the chat box. But so there was this woman of no color. Let me share the screen, because I'm going to let y'all listen to what she said, but I want to play a clip of what she's responding to, because she did this video. And you see the title of the video. She said, are Black women and white men to blame for it all? WTF. So this is what she's talking about. Obviously, she was responding to a Black male foreign struggle bandit, this one here. She referenced his video, and I'm only going to play a little of it because obviously I'm not about to play an hour and 1 minute of this struggle bandit. But I want to listen to what he said, because this is what she's responding to. And when I play her video, which is 8 minutes, so we're going to go through all of it, listen to what she's saying. She's going to tell you that she's responding to this man. People kept asking her to post the link to the video. So this is the link to the video. And you see it here, the title, Dear Black Women, How They Created Colorism, Then Used It Against Them, Double Cross. Now, we know this is the same trash baggery. Okay, this is the same trash bag logic. Black women didn't create colorism, nor do Black women primarily perpetuate colorism. Black men do. So this is literally Black men projecting. But I want y'all to listen, because I want to listen to this, because this woman of no color said that this Black man said that colorism was created by Black women and white men. He's sounding like Tariq. That's who he sounds like.
His face, though.
And y'all know I don't like people who wear sunglasses when they record videos. I have a particular thing against people who wear sunglasses and record videos. I think they're trying to hide their eyes so that you don't see the demon residing in them.
I was just about to say that. He's trying to hide that demonism.
Mm-hmm. So let's play this and listen to some of it.
Colorism is a byproduct between Caucasian men and Black females. African Black females and Caucasian men created colorism. Colorism was created by Black females, or what they call darker Black female of African origin, and Caucasian men created colorism. But then, after colorism was created, it was used to...
Do y'all hear the song he's playing in the background?
I can't hear it.
I can't either.
Let me tell y'all who he's playing. I can't remember the name of the person, but I know that song. I heard it. Let me.
And if ever there was a case for veneers.
Let me see. Let me try to tell y'all who he's playing. He's
Nyla,
playing
you so
George.
petty.
He's playing George Michael's Jesus to a Child. This is what he's playing. Hold on.
No.
Yeah, this is what he's playing. I gotta take this off my. This is what he's playing in the background. Now try to listen to his background and listen.
Against black dark female. You see, colorism is a byproduct between Caucasian man and black female. But sadly, it was used against dark black women. Darker black females created colorism. You want to know how colorism was created? Colorism began back in slavery, even before slavery, with Arabs. When they came to the continent, you see, black men in general, they had no access to foreign women. Okay, 99% of black men, even today as I talk, do not have access to Caucasian women, Asian women, Arab women, to the extent white men had on black females. Okay, colorism is a byproduct between dark black females and Caucasian men. The only thing which took place is that colorism was used against black women. Colorism was created, formed by dark black women in collaboration with Caucasian men. This is a lot of black women wants to put colorism under the carpets, but colorism is a byproduct of Caucasian men and the black females. Historically, for the past 500 years, black men had no access to white women. Me, myself, I come from South Africa. In South Africa.
He ain't heard about the Moors? So let me show y'all. Let me show black women something. Because he's going to repeat himself, and basically this is what the woman of no color was responding to, him making this silly, dumb, and historically inaccurate comment. Let's say, for example, let's just lie for a minute and say hypothetically he's correct and colorism was created by black men and women of no color. He's not even telling you how or the date of when. But even if that were the truth, black men perpetuate white supremacy, or black men perpetuate colorism right now more than anybody do. This is perpetuated by black men. But I want to show black women something. And this is like a little teaser to this documentary. And I'm going to get done with it. I've been editing and I'm just re-editing it because I want it to be the most quality that it can be without having to record everything over, because the audio was kind of bad in certain parts because it's old. Because I did it in 2018. It's almost 2022. So I'm trying to edit it to make it better. But I want black women to see this. This is an image of the Moors in one of their harems. And I want y'all to look at this and tell me what y'all see. Because I want y'all to notice how this is a black man, a woman of no color here, and a black woman serving her with no shirt on. Notice how this woman, she gets to be adorned in what would have been expensive attire. This black woman is here serving this woman of no color in a very degrading manner. And this is called The Favorite.
Yeah.
And you know what they don't want to talk about is how they took those damn adorned garments from the black women and put them on them heifers.
Yep.
That's why she's sitting there with no shirt on and the other girl wearing her damn dress.
And you got this struggle bandit up here saying black men, African men, which the Moors were African men, saying that they never had access to women of no color. Let me show y'all another picture, and then I'm gonna stop showing y'all pictures because a lot of these y'all gonna have to look at the documentary to see it.
It was definitely a spiritual contract because this stuff has gone to, it's genetic.
Look at this though. What is this?
A fat nigger with a harem of women of no color.
Yeah, yep, an ancient one. Sitting up here, look at him, his whole stance. You know he feel like he the man. Room full of women of no color.
Now is that a wig on his head?
This is a turban.
Oh,
They were
okay.
Muslim. These were Muslim Moors. They were because of course they don't got their own thing. They got to sit up here and copy off of men of no color and their religions because they're so degenerate. But this is ancient air mattress mandingo behavior. That's what this is. Now, the thing is, the reason I'm showing these pictures because you can see that he's clearly a jet black African. But they'll try to say, no, the Moors were Arabs. But no, these are African men. Even if they were Arabs, they're clearly African Arabs.
Right.
No one at all would mistake this man for anything other than a black African man sitting up in a room full of snow bunnies. Now, black men will sit up there and tell you that you were the first ones who was treasonous and a sellout, and you had a love and a contract with men of no color. Didn't they call it daughters of the trade?
Mm-hmm.
What were black men doing before the trade?
Right.
Laying up in these harems of women of no color. Literally, the Moors' reign was literally right before the transatlantic slave trade started, right before. So you had these men sitting up here with harems of women of no color, forcing black women to be in servitude to women of no color. And he got the nerve to open his crusty lips to say that black women and men of no color created colorism because black men never had access to women of no color historically.
Mm-mm.
But so I just wanted to show y'all what that woman was responding to. Now let's go into what she said. And y'all let me know if y'all want me to pause it at any particular part. I'll pause it when I feel like I need a pause. But the beginning of her video, just the immediate beginning, you can't really hear really good, but then when she gets into it, then you'll be able to hear.
I don't really have organized thoughts about this video, and I just need to put this out there because I need help with this immediately. We're going to talk about Black women. And I just got a comment from a man that said in his comment that don't mix marry and you protect yourself from the climate and whatever, and then referred me to a video and said something about the Bible and what it says about interracial relationships. I commented back that that's a new take. And I know a lot about the Bible, and I am not aware of the part where it talks about interracial marriages, but I'm going to look into it now. And then I just saw a video on my feed talking about the Bible and what it says about interracial marriages, and this is totally new to me. The video he referred me as Black dark women, how they created colorism, they used it against them, double-crossed. And the name of this channel is K-3HREE and then K, like Mary Kay, K-A-Y. And it is an South African man, and he's talking about how colorism was created by Black women and Caucasian males, and it happened in slavery. And he's talking about Africa and how that happened. Okay, I'm not knowledgeable enough.
Now, I want to say something. I think that colorism was created when those Moors were slumming with women of no color and creating biracial children. And I think that men of no color looked at what Black men were doing and they copied it and took it to the plantation. Mm-hmm. This is what I believe.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, you should do a reading on the Moors at some point.
Yeah, I should. It's really ridiculous that we have all of these ancient paintings and, historical documents and books and all types of things that talks about Black men slumming with them thousands of years before slavery. What are they talking about? What do they mean?
Yeah, that's what the Moors were doing, and a lot of the images are dated. They were dated, and I think it's particularly interesting when they have that image. And I wonder if that's the Moorish general who sold the Moors out to the European Christians. Something tells me that might have been, because why is the photo titled "The Favorite"? And his whole thing, which this is another small spoiler alert, but anyway. His whole thing was that he was obsessed with this woman of no color, and he wanted to marry her and bring them into their royalty, and the other Moors didn't really want that happening, so he sold them out. And I wonder if that is the man in that image who did that, while his theme is titled "The Favorite." I really wonder. But anyway, let me continue with this.
About the slavery in Africa. But I don't think slavery in Africa started with Caucasian males. Then he goes into saying how this is Black women, dark Black women. And let's not even really entertain this video anymore, because I gotta watch more of it, and I gotta unpack this shit, and I haven't done enough to talk about it. But one thing is for certain. From this very first video that I wrote about a Black man and a Black woman's conversation, and then Black women and white men and all of that, I have gotten some very strange comments and strange referrals to videos and reactions. And it's alarming to me. It really is, because I didn't know I was going to get this response. And it makes me sad. And it's opened my eyes a little bit, but I need more information to talk.
Let's go help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Okay, who sat at my desk?
But one thing's for certain, the moment I put Black women in the title, and I talked about Black women.
Yep.
It's a landslide.
Yep.
Of shit talking.
Yep.
Now let me pause here.
Yep.
Who do you think that landslide is coming from?
The Black man. The Black man.
No.
Listen them.
The Black man.
Now she ain't talking about a few. Let me tell you. Seldom ever have I heard people use landslide to emphasize the amount of struggle bandits in their comment section going in on Black women. Seldom have I heard someone use landslide.
Hey, Nicole.
It's ridiculous, and it's the shame that it's so bad that people of other
My
nationalities feel bad at the way that these men treat and talk about Black women, but Black women still caping for them. It's sad.
It is. Well, it's really pathetic on Black women's part, because it's like, okay, if all these other people can see it, why can't Black women? And so then it raises the question of, do Black women not see it, or do they pretend that they don't see it? Do they just disregard it? Adam Merritt says Shakespeare's Othello, the Moor. I'm gonna look that up and go over it, and I'm gonna do it after I go over the study on the difference between biracials who have white mothers versus Black mothers. But I am first said Willie Lynch spoke of colorism in his letter to slave masters. He based it in the West Indies. Not 100% sure, but I mean, look, let's not mention Willie Lynch over here, because y'all gonna get Nyla started. She already told y'all last night. She done sat up there and told y'all about Willie Lynch last night. So anyway, but yeah, the fact of the matter is that, look, Black men know how to perform and how to show how they feel. They just aren't going to show any love towards Black women. They're not, because they don't. They don't love Black women. They don't care. They despise you. They hate you. And not only do they despise you, they want other people to do it too. See, because she's a preference until she sits up here and she talks about Black male pathology, which she's going to continue to go in. Go ahead, Nyla.
No, I was just going to say, I think that sidebar, I think that you might want to look into Othello, because you might actually want to put that, if you're almost done, probably no, but you might want to include that in your documentary. And
yeah, I do now that she said that. I do kind of want to look at
that. That's a great starting place, especially because he definitely was a Moor. But and the story is just tragic. It's just so dusty. And you're right. They are always petitioning for men and women of no color to go in on us, to attack us. They're always trying to, because when you think about how they want to take our image and besmirch it, that's their target audience. For the most part, they all have a collectivized thought and viewpoint of us, right? So when they're talking about us and they're putting our images out there in a really bad and derogatory way, they're trying to get other people to see us through their lens, because they need help. They need help to quote unquote conquer us.
Well, and they don't want protection there. They don't want Black women to have any protection.
Well, that's never gonna happen though, because they can't mess with us on any level spiritually. The only thing that they probably could do would be overpower us physically, but we ain't even gonna let that happen. We got arms now. Pow.
So I want to reiterate this for people, so that, because look, people will jump on something and be like, oh, she's copying the documentary the other day, and now she's making one. I made this documentary in 2018. It's already been made. I premiered it on my other channel in 2018. What I'm doing is I'm editing it, updating it, and I'm going to re-premiere it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm putting updated information in it and going over it and kind of cleaning it up, so that trying to make the audio not janky and trying to just do some new things with it. So I want to clear that up for the people who are cloud watching.
Look, there's not a lot of Black women dating white men. There's not a lot of Black women with white men. Now, there are some. There's interracial couples of all kinds. But the majority of what I see is Black men with white women. And let's make it very clear. The Black men that I know that are with white women, aside from one, and that's my family member. I'm not going to put him in this because he is very different and they have a very different relationship. So he is excluded from this. But the Black men that I see in the relationships with the white women that I know, they don't treat white women any differently than they treat their Black women.
Did she just say they got the same Black man?
Yeah.
I think y'all, in the chat box, throw up a one if you heard her say that the white women that she know they're getting the same Black men that Black women getting. Because Nyla, is that what I heard that?
I heard her say the same Black man.
Me too.
I heard her getting the same Black man. I heard her too. Let's see what else she got to say.
They just treat them differently. They hide their behavior more. With Black women, they do it out in front of them. They disrespect them, abandon them, leave them, do whatever they do right in front of them, and their women's supposed to accept it. The white women that they're with, that they're married to and created babies with, they do whatever the fuck they want to do. They just hide it. And it's almost worse, because when they cheat on their white women, they're not cheating on their white women with other white women. So it makes our white women feel like, wow, you married me, you created babies with me.
If you don't preach, listen.
Girl. Girl.
Amen.
Let y'all go first. Because listen.
She ain't told not one story. Not one.
Did Becky just say they cheated on with Black women?
That's what she said. And it's the truth. It's the truth.
Babe.
That woman ain't telling no lie.
And no lies detected yet.
So not only do they get the same Black man, but they getting cheated on with Black women. Let's let Becky tell them why.
But you're clearly still attracted to something I can't give you. And that's the Black experience. That's almost as equal to your husband going out and sucking dick. And you're like, well, I can't compete with that because I don't have a dick. So I don't know that this color, now colorism is something different than what I thought this man is saying. Colorism to me is not a color, it's not a black and white thing. That's basically prejudice within a certain community, a certain race, a certain color. But somehow this man is making colorism about black women and white people again. Well, not white people, white men. I wonder if there's statistical data that will explain how many out of all the interracial couples in America, what is the difference? What is the numbers between black men with white women and black women with white men?
There is data. It's 3 times higher. So.
Yeah, it's definitely data. Is she, girl?
Why was Becky drilling that? Why was Becky drilling though?
I ain't gonna invite her to the cookout, but we can damn sure meet at Starbucks for some coffee. Okay.
One of y'all need to interview her. Like seriously.
Girl.
Yeah, because I want to hear some of them stories about how her white female friends got the same black man.
Month last year, right? And it was some retired and some just every once in a while. Like it was crazy because it was during the pandemic. So it was like going to Walmart was like going to the club at this point to get food. And those women of color were like, they were on guard. Like when I would walk past those couples, they would like try to get in their man's vision. They like they know like
I love you.
Now, what race do y'all think her baby daddy is?
Mushmouth Tavius.
Yeah, we already know. That's Tavius. Yeah.
Let's go to the other video where she crying about this man potentially putting hands and feet on her. Let's see if she got the same black man too, because I think she might have got the. I think she might have got the same black man. So hold on, let me share the screen so we can kind of. Oh, we are on share screen. Okay, let me unmute it.
Instead of crying every day, that's annoying, but that's not what I want to do. That's not what I'm going to do. So you can go ahead and enjoy your life, now I enjoy mine. Simple as that.
So because I cry, you put me through all this and expected me not to cry. I'm pregnant and I couldn't control my emotions all the time. I tried so hard not to cry all the time.
She got your ass. She got your struggle bandit ass. We ain't playing no more nice around here.
Do it sound like she got the same black man?
Because why can't you ever just do shit for me?
That man told her to stop crying and go on about her day. He don't want that relationship with her because now she's 7 months pregnant and that child support payment is on the way. So it sounds to me like she done sat up here and got the same black man, just like this Becky said they get the same black man.
So black women can be shitty, but it's like, are they to blame for every fucking thing that goes wrong in the black culture? I had no idea this was a thing. And I sure in the fuck don't want to participate in that. But I don't have the experience enough and the knowledge enough to know how to address this. So if there are any black women out there that would like to talk about this and get on here and let's just kind of see what this is. Because I had no idea those titles was going to invoke this type of response. And it's startling to me. It is startling to me. So that's all I got to say about that. You guys, if anybody knows any of this, please enlighten me.
Becky wants y'all to help her understand why struggle bandit, air mattress mandingos are all over social media blaming Black women for everything. She want to know. The question is, who's about to help her understand? Because I don't think that, like, she wants a Black woman to help her understand. That's what she wants, because the struggle bandit ain't gonna do it. Let me read these. Thank you, Nola Darling. Thank you, I Am First. Chelsea Davenport said it doesn't help Black women to bash Black men. We are helping white supremacy. Chelsea, I want you to call in. I'll open the phone lines for you.
For real.
I will open the phone lines for you, Chelsea. Tell me your area code, and I'll open these phone lines, and we can talk about bashing Black men. Because you said we should love each other with understanding. This won't work how we come at each other. Listen, if you want to worship a struggle bandit, you can do that on your own. I'm drilling.
Yeah, she's in her apology video.
Is she not listening to the content, or like what?
She's blinded by Black male worship.
See, that's the thing. They're never allowed to be held accountable. And so she's listening to these men abandon women, even though these are women of no color. Still, these are men abandoning their own children. These are women that are disparaging Black women to women of no color, and wherever they go. And she's calling this bashing. This is bashing. Like, yeah. I hate to call people stupid and dumb, but I can't get away from calling people stupid and dumb.
And she's acting like we have control over what Becky say about Black men. This is a preference. This is their preference. And she's telling you as a preference, as the woman that Black men have literally fought for, that they died for, they went to the Supreme Court for. This is the only woman on the planet that Black man will lose his life over. And she's telling you we get the same Black man. We don't control what she says. Then this chick, she says, it's only separating us more. We should love each other with understanding. This won't work how we come at each other. Go tell Black men they should love you.
Right.
Go tell them. Lois Ray said, Sin, why don't you reach out to Becky? That would be a great video. I might. Let me see. I need to find out when she did this video. She just did it the other day, actually.
I think that would be.
Yeah, she just did this video yesterday. Yeah, I'm about to hit her up, actually. I'm about to hit her up.
I bet you she's watched her content.
Yeah. I want her to call in if she's on here. You the call-in number now, or any Black male worshiper, and I don't want anybody to call in except
nothing but be a trash bag. You got to be easy to lose, and obviously it works.
And you know what's interesting? What's interesting, especially about those videos that you were showing, and then we getting some calls in, and I'm going to take a few of them. I always said whoever it was, you can call back or not. I notice how the Black male worshipers don't want to call in, though. And I know some of y'all are watching. You're not telling me that there's over 4,000 people and some of y'all ain't Black male worshipers. Ain't no way. Because I know there was too many of y'all who were calling in to Nyla's channel and making comments. Y'all are out here watching. But the reality is, see, this is the plight of the Black male worship. Nobody is going to convince me that they didn't.
Can I say something?
Of course.
We point out the preference, or Sin has definitely, coined that term to help women understand the pathology.
Them. Nobody's bashing them. We're simply, let me ask you something. When in history have Black women ever been told the truth about Black men?
No idea.
Never. So we're not bashing we're not bashing black men. We're telling the truth about black men. That's not bashing them.
Okay, but I mean, there's other races of men that have trash bags in their community as
Who
well.
cares? We don't give birth to them. So, oh well, that's for their women to deal with. So what's your point? And even if that is the case, that they're carrying their trash bags. Oh, this chick hung up. Okay, well, anyway.
And where does mentioning other men having issues absolve black men? Which I'm all for black women looking very, very suspect at all groups of men. But if the majority of black women are going to deal with black men or just even trying to understand what is going on with them and literally learn how to remove accountability for black men's actions on them, where do other groups of men come to play in that?
But I don't even care about that though. It's like, to me, even if they got trash bags, their trash bags ain't affecting black women as much as black men's trash bags.
Exactly. And it's not going to change anything. Saying that somebody else is bad or another group has did this is not going to stop. It's not going to.
Own phone struggle bandit. Like, y'all can't get phones in y'all's own names yet, but y'all Kings, they are Burger Kings. They are. It's like, for real. 224, you're on the line.
I'm sorry, did you say 224?
Yes, you're on the line.
Okay, thank you for picking up. I just wanted to say that one thing in my life, I truly was on the bandwagon of you have to love black men and love them to death.
You're right, but I only need current black male worshipers to call in because I don't have a lot of time. That's why I'm restricting the calls.
Okay, well, you know what? I'll just call back in a later time.
And thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Bye-bye. Like, really, y'all, I want to take y'all's calls, but I don't have a lot of time. So hopefully y'all won't take it personal. It's not personal. 803, you're on the line.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, I called before. I've been watching you for a long time. I know this is kind of off topic, but
we're not doing no. We're not doing off topic calls. We're not. I don't have time for that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. I don't get what I don't understand. I don't understand what it is. 404, you're on the line.
Hello.
Yes.
This is me.
Are you having a hard time getting out of your trash bag?
Look, I'm gonna tell you what I did to love a black woman.
I'm not asking that. Listen. No. Let me cut you off. I don't need your life story. Tell me what black men collectively are doing or have ever done to show any love for black women.
I tell you what, just get Jim Falcon on the phone. I want to beat his ass so bad, bro. Fuck that cracker. I want to beat his ass.
I gotta go back to one of my old videos when I have asked the same question. I asked the same question and I still have not received the answer. They said things as a collective, but they never said as black men as a collective what they have done for black women. You're never gonna get that answer. You ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get it. Nothing of their family structure was destroyed over us, but a lot of our family structure was destroyed for them. You'll never get that answer. And don't forget, ladies, tonight is ladies' night.
Yes, bro.
Like, do you see how remedial this is?
This dude,
wow.
Y'all, they so embarrassing.
510, you're on the line.
Hi, I'm not a black male worshiper. I was just about to hang up. My name is Brittany.
Okay, well, no, Brittany, that's okay. If you're not a Black male worshiper, I have to let you go. I'm sorry. I don't get why they keep calling if they're not Black male worshipers.
Only call if you have a dissenting opinion. If you're worshiping Black men, making apology videos, your son. Yeah.
Seriously.
Like, if you're a son, don't call unless you disagree.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I don't have a call in.
302, you're on the line.
Hello?
Yes.
I'm sorry, did you say this call was for male worshipers? Because I just came in. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So I'll hang up.
Only Black
okay,
male worshipers.
Good talking to you. Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
She understands the assignment.
She does, and I'm thankful for that. I'm very thankful for that. And I got a feeling that 770, didn't I hang up on you?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, because you slow. That's why.
Well, the thing is about what you don't understand is 99%.
Are you that dusty pro Black dude who keeps getting on top of the channel? Because you sound like him.
No.
Okay, well, you sound like him, so I'm assuming you are him. I'm gonna treat you like you him.
It's 770. That's him.
Yeah, that's you. Why are you lying? Why are you lying about who you are? Just say that you that dusty pro Black that called into Taz all the time. Just say you are.
I got no problem being pro Black. I like being pro Black.
Yeah, you him. Just go ahead. Go ahead while you're on the line, because you him.
If you're not pro Black, you're anti-Black.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What you called on the line to say?
Right.
Because you taking up space that somebody else could be in.
Right. I just want to let you know that 99% of the Black women will never follow.
Okay, so if you know that, why do you need to call in and tell me? Why don't you just watch me crash and burn?
Right, you're what you call the 1%. The 99%.
Right, so why do you care? Right, I know. You said that exactly. Nobody's going to listen. Nobody's going to, okay, cool. So why do you care?
Okay. Well, you just got 1%.
Right, so why do you care? Why do you care enough to call in?
Because, ma'am, you came in on the pretense of being pro-Black. You tricked everybody.
No, I never. Yeah, you definitely listen, Nyla, listen. He's that person. Hold on, let me mute you.
Why are you talking us?
He's him.
I told you that's him. I know his voice. I mean,
everybody know his voice. Everybody knows his voice. Let me ask you something, pro Black. Let me ask you something.
On a white supremacy.
And let me and then I realized that y'all were the real white supremacists. And then I realized that Black men were the real white supremacists. What's your point?
You was a wolf in sheep clothing. You tricked everybody. I used to be subscribed.
Well, yeah, listen. I knew you were the historic vintage dust ball. I knew you were. So you've been stalking the channel. So let me ask you, since you've been stalking the channel, why did I say I changed my content?
Because, ma'am, you tricked everybody.
No, ain't nobody tricked you. Ain't nobody tricked you. Ain't nobody tricked you. White supremacy is an issue, but you want to know what's the bigger issue?
Yeah.
Black male pathology and your dusty, degenerate, 3 trash bag carrying struggle bandit mentality. That's the real issue. The fact that y'all murking Black women every 5.5 hours. That's a bigger problem. Black women are less affected by white supremacy than you. Actually, being in a system of white supremacy is providing protection to Black women from you, actually.
Well, you gotta understand, you're a coon, so all you gotta do is just submit. That's what coons do.
Oh, you mean submit like how y'all been doing with y'all's bussy hole and mouth open? Like submitting like y'all do? Because you listen, here's the thing. Let me, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna mute you. Now, you listened to what I said, and I listened to all those excuses you made on Tabitha's channel, and you sat there and admitted that black men had their pussies and their mouth open to men of no color. You said you subjugated and dominated, and you can't do nothing. Therefore, you're useless to us. Why would we be pro you when you can't even get white men's dick out your mouth? Why?
99% of the black women don't see it that way.
And you know this by what measure? You think 99% of black women don't know that y'all are the biggest historic dick suckers on the face of the planet? We don't know that.
Black women are revolutionary.
And you ain't. Exactly. We revolutionary and y'all are submissive dick suckers. So what's the point?
And tell us what is the benefit of black women being revolutionary?
They're not a black woman, man.
Shut up and answer the question.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But can you admit that you're a dick sucker, though? Can you just admit that you're a submissive cock blower?
It's two different.
Because y'all been blowing white cocks before the word was even created. I need you to admit that, thug hunter. Air mattress mandingo sitting up with your booty tooted up and your pussy hole open. What?
Listen to me.
What, Mr. Pro-Black? I'm going to sit up on panels and talk about how I'm dominated and conquered. What you got to say?
Yeah. We're dominated by the white supremacists.
Exactly. So you was dominated, you was on your knees sucking dick, and therefore ain't no reason to even be pro you. Why am I being pro a conquered struggle bandit that just sat up in front of 4,000 people talking about he dominated by another group of men who been shoving dick down his throat since the beginning of time?
Well, you just the 1%, the 99% of the black.
Okay, well then go talk to the 99% because I ain't got the time. Like I really don't. I don't have the time for male dick suckers. I just don't. Like you need to go sit up somewhere on Thug Hunters and take that somewhere else. I ain't got the time. Like I really don't. Like, dude.
Wait, did y'all catch what he said?
Mm-mm.
He said he was waiting on black women to change. He said black women are revolutionary.
That's what he always say.
They waiting on us to fight y'all. Go on, black women. Y'all better get y'all combat boots out.
And some of them will get their combat boots out. I won't though. I'm not. I'm gonna be sitting up here Netflix and chilling while those black male worshipers are on the front lines. I got stuff to do, and it ain't doing
right here. Or I'm gonna be sitting right here with this Amazon app open, drinking sweet tea.
But why did he sit there and lie about who he was, though? He thought we wasn't going to know. We know that struggle bandit rhetoric anywhere.
Right.
347, you on the line.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Are you a black male worshiper or are you Chelsea?
No,
Okay, so no. 347. 347.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, can you all hear me good?
Yeah, are you Chelsea or a black male worshiper?
I am not Chelsea, and I used to be a black male worshiper. And I'm not having a moment of slowness. I do know you did say you only wanted to hear from them, but I wanted to call you up and just personally talk on the line for just a second.
About what? About what?
I'm thankful about what you're doing out in the community. I'm thankful that you're putting, I'm so sorry about the noise. You're putting out this information. Oh my God.
Okay, but I know, but I have to, I'm sorry, I gotta take the next call. You call in on the next one though. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, I mean, do these people ears work? Like what?
It don't. 917, you're on the line. I got a feeling pro-black is calling from this restricted number. See, he thinks somebody as dumb as he is. 917, you're on the line. Going once, 917.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi. I wanted to say that I don't think I'm a black male worshiper, but I think I'm a kind of an apologist.
Sure.
I think we do a lot of non-blaming of the actual patriarchy rather than just blaming Black men. I think.
Okay, what do you mean? Because Black men aligned themselves with the patriarchy against you.
I completely agree with you, but I think that, like I said, I feel like maybe I'm more of an apologist because I think I understand the idea that men need to compete against each other, and Black men don't really, on a large scale, get to compete against white men. So they don't have a lot of the traits that we think that Black men should, or men in general should have.
So then why should we deal with them? Is it because it sounds like you just said that they're expendable?
I've heard you say that line before, but I don't want to call them expendable.
Why? Why? What purpose do they serve to you, to Black women as a whole? What purpose do Black men serve?
Well, they do not protect us.
I know what they don't do. I want you to tell me what they do. I said, what purpose do they serve?
Well, I think like you were saying before about being on the front lines, I think seeing a lot of Black men speaking up for themselves has been impactful.
Where and when? I ain't never seen Black men sticking up for themselves. Please do share. Do you have that on video? Is it documented in a book, a medical journal? Where are you getting the information from that Black men are sticking up for themselves?
I just mean in the past few years that we've experienced a lot.
Like what? Because I think that might be something that only you experienced. In the past few years, what have Black men done? Tell me the moment when Black men stood up for themselves, and what were they standing up against?
I'm just talking about the amount of protesting that's been going on in the past.
And guess what Black men do when they go to protest? They go and propose to their snow bunnies. They ain't sticking up for themselves.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah. So what exactly are you an apologist for when it comes to Black men? What are you apologetic about?
Well, I don't understand how it is to compete against men. I don't understand what it's like to be castrated. I don't understand Black men
allowing themselves to be castrated. You do realize that Black men are on average much bigger, stronger, and possess more muscle mass than men of no color?
Yes.
Right. So why did they allow them to bend them over and make them suck dick then?
I think that's about the I think they would rather be on the same level with white men than be, with us.
Right. So let me ask you something. What do you think it says about the value you place on yourself as a Black woman? I'm assuming you're a Black woman because usually it's Black women who call in. And you are a worshiper, by the way. I don't know why you don't just take the title. But why are you so apologetic for men who will align themselves with white supremacy rather than to be there with you? What does that say about the value you place on yourself as a Black woman?
Well, I think I'm in a bit of a different situation. My husband is white, but
but you're still Black male worshiping, and this is literally you are one of the most fascinating Black male worshipers that I've ever met, because you are with a man of no color. So therefore, you obviously saw something in men of no color that was more of an interest to you than what Black men are doing. And you have to see that your man of no color husband is doing things that Black men are not doing. So what's fascinating to me is that you've divested yourself. You went to a group of men who are producers and builders. They have, the bottom line of it is they have the global power, the wealth, and the resources, but you're over here worshiping men who don't.
You know what? It's more like you say about how we're socialized. I do feel like I was socialized to extend a lot of grace to Black men. I don't have another excuse for it. I feel like we should. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm a worshiper because I've never really been attracted to a black man, but I feel.
But you're apologetic towards them willingly bending over and sucking dick so that they don't have to be providers and protectors for you. You do know that before black men went into slavery, they sold black women and children into it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. What does that say about the value you place on yourself as a black woman, the fact that you can worship these type of men?
You know, that's a good question.
Yeah, you should go think about it. Go think about it and then call me back.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.
You know, I think that black women have an issue with putting puzzle pieces together. Like, even the way the system is run, if you want a loan for a house, right, and you can't pay your mortgage, you signed a contract saying I'm gonna make these payments.
Mm-hmm.
You can't call those people when you don't have the money and say, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, and they're gonna have grace. They coming to take your house. Like, why do y'all think apologizing for them is going to like undo something? They sold themselves into slavery. They sold us into slavery. This is the repercussion. Nobody feels sorry for them.
I want people to stop saying she's a woman of no color. No, she's not. I have siblings who are with men of no color, but still worship black men. It is no. She is not a woman of no color. That black male worship it's not on autopilot for women of no color. It just ain't. Like, your women of no color ain't worshiping black men by osmosis. No. Restricted, you're on the line. You better not be that pro-black struggle bandit victim. You're on the line.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm curious. Why are you being so mean?
To who?
Haven't you talked about in all your videos about you sucking dick and sucking black men's dick? Like, how you gonna go in and say the shit you think?
In which video did I say I was sucking black men's dick? Which
video asking you talking about how you suck black men's dick?
Where? What are the title? And show it to me. Hold on, look, the hood rat antics, it doesn't work over here. Either tell me the title of the video or shut your ass up and get off the line like you just did. It's like, really, the real dick sucker is you. And who cares? Even if I did get in the video and say I suck black dick, who cares? And I'm still gonna sit up here and drill them. So what's your point?
I mean, what the hell do that have to do with what? Who cares?
Right. She's sitting there somewhere all fucking congested and upset and disgruntled, full of black male worshiping and cholesterol and diabetes, and she worried about what's going in your mouth.
Know what the coldest part about it is? I'm congested too. That's
you know what?
Part.
I bet you some black man done left her a single parent while she over here with her cape on.
You know it. You know it. 415, you on the line.
Hi, Cynthia. How are you?
Hi. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. And to get straight to your point, I don't feel I'm a black man worshiper, but if you can just give me some grace, my question, you might feel like it's not connected, but in my ADHD brain, it makes sense. I saw your second part to Former Rose when you were a guest on Former Rose channel.
Yeah.
And
Though Phi can't drive, he still flies down the track. Staying fit helps him fight retinitis pigmentosa, a blinding retinal disease. But he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Phi, winning the fight means seeing new ways to push himself. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
And I remember I was blessed enough for you to allow me on your channel two calls ago, and you're asking me like
have Black men done to help the community? And I was the one who mentioned Tony Gaskin. And then after the conversation, I thought about it a little bit more. And I don't know if you're aware of R.C. Blakes, or I think it's R.C. Blakes. He's like a minister. And he has a component of his channel where he just speaks to men. He calls it king consciousness. And then he also has a thing for queen consciousness. And then with Storm Monroe, he was very, I would say, open-minded and accountability for Black men. So do you feel like men like that give some indication, even though it's not enough compared to the amount of Black women that are out there, do you feel that those types of men are examples that there are Black men who are slowly waking up to take their, their rightful place in leadership?
No, I don't, because you just named out 3 Black men and not the collective.
And you know what, baby girl, I heard that call when you called before. I want to know something. You're talking about people who sit in front of a computer and talk. What are they doing is the question. Action, not saying. What are they doing, baby? That's the question.
Well, for R.C. Blake, he's actually a minister, so he does things offline, and he has programs.
But we don't need more religion. We don't. The last thing we need is a minister. What is he ministering to us? What is he preaching?
Well, I don't want to over assume. I don't know his whole thing, but what I.
But if he hold on, no, you can't not know what he's ministering about and then using that as an example of what he's doing.
I know what he's doing on the YouTube channel and his programs, but I haven't gone to his church because I'm not a religious.
So why do you think? Why? Because I believe you called in to me before with this. And if I'm not mistaken, this is what I need you to understand. Programs, mentoring clubs, Boys and Girls Club, YMCA, things like that. The Black community is riddled with them, in particularly churches. There are more churches in the Black community than anything, right? There are more organizations that are, supposed to be helping the children. Clearly, these non-for-profit organizations or these churches may actually be the problem, okay? Because if you look into other communities where there are less churches, less Boys and Girls Club, less 501(c)(3)s of people, pretending like they're actually caring about children. Excuse me, my order is here. They don't have the issues that we have. So what success are you actually seeing in any community with the advent of churches? I believe churches are the problem.
They are.
I want to ask her something. Baby girl, how old are you?
I'm 37.
Okay, let me tell you what I'm recognizing in you, because I've heard you call in several times. I think that what's happening with you is right.
Yeah.
And to be honest too, with the comments, it's like I feel like I give
respond, baby. No one is attacking you. All 3 of us have been where you are. Someone that represents the collective of Black men is saying a lot. You may not think that it's saying anything, but I'm telling you, as 3 women that you're talking to that understand psychology, we can see the things that we're on the outside looking in. So we see a different you than what you see. Just like if you were to look at me, you will be able to see things about me that I couldn't see, right? You'll be able to check me like, Queen, no, listen, no, you need to stop doing this, you need to stop doing that. We're not attacking you. We're trying to help you. No one is calling you dumb. No one is calling you weak. No one is saying that you're being vulnerable by saying what you're saying. I'm you that we all used to be you.
Yep. We
trying to baptize you with the truth, baby. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help you.
But the thing is, this is cognitive dissonance. And I want you, caller, because I have to take the next caller. I want you to understand what you're going through. So I want you to look up what cognitive dissonance is. And I'll explain it. Her process is her process. If she got to go through the process of cognitive dissonance until she's ready. Okay, can we not? But
and we're that, and it was just not okay, you know. And I was just listening. I'm like, why are you even going to talk to you like that? And then the stranger just letting it happen like they had no self-respect. And me as a woman, forget colors, like me as a woman, if I see you as a man and you're over here allowing women, and I've even seen men of no color disrespect them, and we just use anything, let a woman of color disrespect them, it'd be all sorts of, you're a thief, you're this, you're that. And even as a woman, I can't respect a man that will allow other races of people to just degrade him, and he can just take it, but he feels like he can be bold enough to do that to someone who would not disrespect them like that. Yeah. And that's where I got like turned off. I was like, you know, what is your problem? Like, you have a really sick mentality, you know, and it goes down to even his mother. His mother had that mindset too, where he should have got with a white woman.
Where was his father? Where was his father? Where was his father? Because I'm asking because I think as Black women, we need to get into the habit of talking about how these dudes don't got no daddy.
Yep.
Yeah, his dad didn't come around until he was like damn near close to his 20s. But most of his life, his dad was both of his parents were drug addicts. That's how they met. They were doing drugs together, and then she got pregnant, and then had him, and then they were still together around the time, but you know, crackhead stuff. And then they split it up, and she was love raising him, and then the dad ran off and went to just go do whatever. He ended up getting some other woman pregnant and everything. But his dad is also another struggle bandit. He's in his life now. Me and his guy been together for 8 years. Mm-hmm. And we're currently, because of the pandemic, his dad was talking about, oh, all of us should move in together. And the real reason is because his dad's like in his 60s, right? But he is really the definition of what you would call an old school struggle bandit. Like, he's never taken care of his kids. He was on drugs. Mm-hmm. And he's one of those men that waits till he gets really old.
What's that for?
Not sure, but I'd sure hate you don't have it when we find out.
This journey will be dangerous all the way to Oregon. You can police yourselves, or I can do it.
New series streaming December 19th exclusively on Paramount Plus.
The Christmas season is near and dear to my
To be so cold-blooded about it, but that's what it is. It's like all these years when you saw that your children needed you and wanted you, you know, you were not there, and then you had to place blame on the mother. But as soon as you see yourself getting old, you're saying, oh, you're old hoes, don't want to mess with you no more and all this stuff. You try to go back to your children and then try to have us all move under one roof to be able to live comfortably. Like, you know.
Yeah, that's how they are. That's how it sounds like you're very you've come to learn about Black male psychology. That's how they are. And you know, again, because I gotta take the last caller, I think this might be that loud hood rat that wanted to get drilled, and I'm trying to debate whether I got time to drill her or not. But look, don't deal with no Black man who's never dated a Black woman again. So now you've gone through it. Now you know what the pathology is. Understand that you go find that pathology in way more Black men than you will find without it. It just is what it is. But thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, no problem. You have a good day.
Thank you. You as well. Yeah, when they would give the backstory. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right. But I'm saying, like, most of the time, like, before that, you weren't getting context to these pictures. So let's just say I took a female, you know, a female coworker on, we're doing like a cohort or some sort, and she happened to be a white woman. That means I would be caught in 4K. Like, and I would be exposed to some sort of interracial daters without any context. How would that be?
Who cares? Because if I start giving context at 16, we're on episode 40. That means most of them have context, do it not?
Not really, because like.
So 16 to 40 isn't greater than 1 to 16?
Well, of course it is greater.
Right. So then what? So what's the problem?
Well, because the amount of people you've exposed prior to that, it still counts. People are still going to watch.
Yeah, and we don't need the context of why the person of how the person who took the picture know him. We know if he's in a photo with a land well, do we need context, or do we know that he's saying that he doesn't like overweight, unattractive Black women, but he's dating one that's packaged in white? We don't need the context. We just need to see the contradiction. That's all we need to do.
Yeah. But you don't know specifically that they're dating. For example, I could just be
yeah, we do. If they're walking down the street holding hands, if they're hugged up, if they're at events, how do we like really? It ain't rocket science.
Most of the pictures are not them going out in the streets and holding hands. They're typically in private property, which also it's kind of illegal to take pictures of people's.
Okay, so report it to the police then.
I got a question for him. Is your mama white?
That's not the problem.
Hey, is your mama white?
You're putting people in positions where they don't want to be. I don't want to be the tragic story where basically.
She asked you if your mom is white, or are you with a throwback?
Pardon me?
Do you have a white mom?
No, I'm.
Are you dating a throwback?
No, not at all.
Okay, so then what's the problem?
Well, the problem is I'm worried about these people because you had a lot of.
You worried about somebody taking a picture of you and sending the picture in for who That's what you're worried about. You are. No, that's what you're worried about. That's you are either in the series or you don't want to become a submission in the series.
Or his mama was in there.
No,
his mama.
I've never had history with anyone, so like you would.
So what are you worried about then? So you over here with a cape on for some people that you don't even know?
No, I'm not here with the cape on. I'm just saying, like, first of all, putting people in illegal positions, and second of all, listen, I'm saying that the pictures that you were receiving were pictures around my area. Like, I think
right, you definitely you were listen.
He was in it. He was in it.
You either in it or you worried about being in it. If it's in your area, you worried about somebody. You don't want to be featured in one. That's the problem.
I'm just saying you're promoting people to be stalkers. That's all I'm saying. And
it's not a stalker for someone to take a picture of a landmark and they just so happen to get a Black man in his throwback in the image. That's not like if you outside when I'm taking pictures and you buy the landmark that I'm trying to take a picture of, then that's on you.
Right.
That ain't illegal. That means you and your land well was just in my way.
All right, Cynthia. I'm not gonna.
Was you in the series or not? From 1 to 16, were you in it or not? Because I think somebody snapped a picture of you and you mad.
Yeah, he did.
I swear my life.
You was
never been in this series.
Yeah, you was definitely you was definitely in the series. Or you think that somebody is gonna snap a picture and send a picture of you? Below. Just email me. Look, just email me behind the scenes and let me know if you was in.
All these people